Hi everybody, before this video starts, I just want to remind you to please hit the subscribe button. It only takes like 5 seconds, if that, and if you don't like what I have, you can unsubscribe at any time, no big deal. As a reminder, everything I do is now live streamed. Check the Discord link in the description below for details when I go live, or for $1.99 you become a member and watch any archive broadcasts, which includes early access to videos such as this one, exclusive gameplays, and behind the scenes footage such as editing. All that and more for $1.99 for a starter fee. Become a member tonight. Enjoy the video. Demon Souls. Way back with the PlayStation 3, a game came out called Demon Souls, a game that began the infamous Souls series, though it did not popularize it. Demon Souls was more of a cult classic than a game that was known to be so hard that it makes controllers everywhere get smashed on the floor. Or in my case, headphones. Oh, come on! Why did it knock him down 3 times, but not that time? Oh! I can kill this guy. Riz one's out of the room. Hang on. If Luna's at the door, Riz one's out. Oh no! Oh no! So for the PlayStation 5, with the Souls franchise as popular as ever, they decided to make a remake for Demon Souls, now more accessible than ever, if you somehow get a PlayStation 5 anyway. Demon Souls has become a must-have, and I'd even argue a system seller. Now I don't really know the Soulsborne franchise too well. I tried playing Bloodborne earlier this year, and yeah, that didn't go great. So going into Demon Souls, I was very skeptical if I would enjoy it or not, and I struggled a lot. At the very beginning, I didn't know what was going on in the story. I didn't know how the mechanics worked. I was just hack and slashing my way and dodge rolling over and over again and getting absolutely nowhere. So I decided to actually read around, not just in game but on the internet, and that changed everything. See, being good at Demon Souls isn't always about having the best stats. Well, not entirely anyway. Everything in the world of Boletaria makes a difference to the game. When you're building a class at the very beginning of the game, it's better to know what you're doing. The main stats in this game will get a bonus when you use a particular set of weapons. Want to be a strength class? Get a weapon that boosts your strength. Want to make a dex class? Then get a lighter weapon that will also boost your dex. It is then not only up to you to upgrade your stat that best fit your weapon and playstyle, but also upgrade your weapon in a certain way to increase the benefits of your stats. Both of these use souls. Souls you get by killing demons in the world. Each world has a unique set of demons, each with their own weaknesses to exploit. One of those skeleton things rolling at you? Well, you're going to want a shield or something for him to hit that'll bounce him back. Then he'll be left wide open for him to hit. These ugly Davy Jones looking demons. Calm down, Davy Jones. Wait for them to use the green spell. Dodge out of the way, and then, well, they're going to rush right at you, so it's going to be a lot easier to attack. The enemy system in this game is less of a hack and slash, and I would even say it's more of a puzzle, and that sort of goes for the whole game. Once you figure out how to take on each demon, where each demon is, what the demons do, this game really opens up, and it sort of becomes pretty easy. Yeah, I said easy, although one mistake that can mess up everything, so heads up on that. There is also character tendencies, world tendencies that overhaul the whole game. The closer an area is to white tendency, the weaker the enemies become, but non-bosses will get fewer souls on death and they don't drop as much. The opposite will happen if you're in black tendency. This will also change the appearances of black phantom enemies, an NPC with a red outline that are tougher than others. It will also open up some optional areas in the game. Defeating certain enemies, bosses, saving people if you're in human form or phantom form, which is the state you're in after you die. It's actually called souls form. Don't know why I said phantom form, but we'll roll with it. I guess it works. Maybe it is phantom form. I don't remember. Changes the world tendency once you touch an archstone. Archstones are essentially a checkpoint that will allow you to teleport to different areas, reset the enemies in the world, or go back to the Nexus hub. Character tendencies are similar, but unlike world tendencies, don't reset if you change the world. They can give you your own rewards, such as higher attack power or a unique ring. Of course, there are also invasions, which completely flip these things on its head, because if you die, you'll go back to soul form, and if you invade someone else's world to beat the boss or player, you will get your body back. I do have some gameplay complaints though. I would say the controls for the most part were pretty good, but there was some times where they just kind of felt unresponsive. Maybe that had to do with me being really fat with all the items I had on, but other times it just felt like it didn't do what I told it to do. And then there was times where, and this is blatant, I looked at this over and over again in the footage, where an enemy would just be inconsistent and his weapon would actually go through me. So I don't know what's going on with the physics there. Also, the AI in this game is pretty bad, but I kind of like that. I feel like that's part of the charm of the game. It kind of adds on to the puzzle part of the game. When this game is working correctly, then this game really doesn't have an equal to anything else out there in terms of how good the gameplay is. But man, sometimes it just doesn't do what is expected to do, and sometimes some weird things happen, man. There are 5 levels in Demon Souls, and you would think that going in order from 1 through 5 would be the best way to do that, but you'd be wrong. And if you do that, you're probably going to have a bad time. I'd recommend just exploring around or watching a guide or two, as depending on what your class is, you might want to get certain items in certain places before moving on. Each area has at least 3 bosses. 2 of them are normal bosses, and the last one is a primeval boss. The exception being Boletaria, which has 5, 6? Okay, apparently there's a boss I didn't know about in Boletaria. But of all the main story non-optional bosses you go through, you got 17. And honestly, kinda expected more here. The worst boss by far was the man-eater boss fight. It felt like the only area in the whole game that was just sort of random. The man-eater falls off the ledge and suddenly he's flying and you can't hit him. Sometimes he'll glitch underneath the map. What makes this worse is that you have to kill 2 of them to finish the boss. It's just a lame fight. What potentially looks like the greatest spectacle in this game is the Dragon God, and it's really just a gimmick fight. Think the Arkham Asylum Scarecrow fight, but on steroids. The old hero is blind, so if you get a particular ring, he will literally never know where you are, making him a cakewalk. The Storm King is another gimmick fight where you have to use a certain weapon to kill him. The Leechmonger is literally just use fire. Main Estrella has a really cool presentation wise, and I bet the lore of this would be really awesome, but it's another easy one.
Go forth, Galvin. May you be unharmed. Leave us. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
Fool's Idol I thought was pretty pathetic, but did have a gimmick where you have to find someone else before you actually start the fight. And the last boss of the game kind of just leaves you with a, that's it feeling. Now they're not all bad. The Penetrator, for instance, is a really cool 1v1 fight, though an NPC quest can make him a lot easier. It's still a fun fight. And False King Allant. Now that is a boss fight. Despite this though, I kind of felt let down by the boss fights. I guess I kind of just expected more. Now, presentation in this game is a huge standout. The graphics in this game really showcase why the PlayStation 5 is a monster. You can switch from a 30 FPS mode or 60 FPS mode, and maybe it is a bit blurrier, but it still looks better than about 95% of any other game on a PC with max settings. The music in this game is epic, and I mean just epic. Apparently some designs of enemies and tracks have changed from their original, and now that might leave a sour taste in some people's mouth, but as someone who knows absolutely nothing about the original game, and that probably goes for the majority of PlayStation 5 owners, all like 6,000 of them, the presentation is top notch. So the story of this game is probably the weakest part of the game to me, mainly because I don't know what's going on. Your character is trying to rid the demons of Boletaria, you die, but the Nexus grabs you for some reason and they prevent you from being dead for good. That's how they incorporate the soul form. The lady in black assists you, and then at the end you have a decision to make on how your ending will be. Yeah, that's kind of all I got from it. Of course there is other missions throughout the world, but world building here kind of left me lost. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, I'm unsure. Despite that, this game is just an absolute masterpiece and kind of makes me want to go back and play other Soulsborne games. So say some prayers for my future headphones and controllers, please. I would give Demon Souls, the remake, PlayStation 5 edition, because I didn't play the PlayStation 3 edition, an 8.5 out of 10. What was your opinion of Demon Souls? Did you like it? Tell me in the comments down below. You want to see me go through the hell that I went through playing this game? Check it out, man. I had the full playthrough on this channel. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, subscribe for more content, comment down below, and check the description for links such as the Discord.